What is up, everybody? Welcome to what I'm going to call an emergency late night agenda. An absolute emergency late night agenda. We weren't supposed to stream today, but the massive breaking news that has rocked the world of football. Manchester City have had their cheating asses booted out of Europe for 2 seasons. Der Spiegel, in my eyes, God bless them. God bless Der Spiegel and their wonderful undercover investigations. Manchester City, as things stand, will not be allowed to compete in European football for the next 2 seasons. What does this mean? What are the potential implications? We'll go through it all on tonight's stream, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you are all enjoying life. I'm sure you feel a little bit better with that news today. Now, there are a couple of things we need to remember around this. Manchester City, of course, have the right to appeal this ruling to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which they, of course, will. The Court of Arbitration for Sport have a history of overturning a lot of things. This could be quite a protracted legal battle, so there's loads for us to get through. I have been busy over on Hot Mic doing their first stream on there, finished up and immediately came back on here. If you were joining us for a Hot Mic, I hope you enjoyed it over there. It's so much fun. Wolves 0, Leicester 0. Hey, wasn't the best game in the world, but had to come over here tonight. Had to come over and talk about the Manchester City situation. Kev Wright's come straight in with tut Manchester City. Robert O'Reilly said, hope the punishment stands and doesn't get overturned. Leon Khan is in the house as well. Murad, how are you, sir? Said, we love you, Anfield agenda man. Love you too, my friend. City wanted Sheffield United's defence, said FIFA Clips. Subi's back as well. How are we? So you're telling me United have a chance? Leon, yes. So actually, the first thing I said to Connor, I said, when I heard that Manchester City had been given a European ban, I turned around to Connor, who was in my house at the time, and I said, United fans are going to be fucking loving this. Because that gives them the option now. I mean, they had the chance of qualifying straight away. They had the chance maybe through the Europa League. But as things stand, whoever finishes, if Manchester City finish in the top 4, whoever finishes 5th as things stand would get that Champions League place. Now, it is important to say that this isn't over. Manchester City are going to appeal this. A lot of people are wondering, is this going to be the end of Pep Guardiola at Manchester City? There's just 2 words I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. 2 words that I just want to put out there, and 2 words that mean the world to me, and I know you guys love to hear. Der Spiegel. Oh, Der Spiegel. Der Spiegel, Der Spiegel, Der Spiegel, Der Spiegel, Der Spiegel. I absolutely fucking love Der Spiegel. And thank you for all your undercover investigative journalism and all those emails that were leaked. I think this is a massive test. This is going to be a test of FFP. If Manchester City get this overturned, then UEFA might as well go full on with the rules of FFP. If Manchester City get this overturned by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, they might as well take FFP, rip it up and fuck it in the bin, because it will be useless. Imagine Sheffield United in Champions League football, said Joshua Weston. Leicester, Sheffield United and Wolves for the Champions League, said Dylan Murphy. It's mad. This is huge. I didn't think I'd be on here tonight. I had no plans of doing a stream tonight, and then boom, that news broke earlier on. What do you guys think? I'm a little bit shocked. I am a little bit shocked. It seems to be the language being used around by UEFA FIFA is that they're very adamant in this. Raza reckons it'll be overturned in a 1-year ban. Pep will be leaving with no Champions League. Larry Leeds said, how do the mercenaries react this week in the Champions League game against Real Madrid? It probably piles a little bit more pressure on them, Larry, doesn't it? Because even if it is overturned to a 1-year ban, 1 year is a long time in football. And in 1 year's time, Pep Guardiola's contract, I think, is up with Manchester City. Now, I could be wrong on that. I don't know of the exact details on that, but I think there's 1 year still to run. Maybe 2, I don't know. The FA and the Premier League to grow some balls, said Tony Ford. Pochettino to City as Pep will walk, said Darren Baker. I think Pochettino's been lined up for United. That's been my view for a while, mate, but it does make it interesting. Casper reckons that he said, will Pep walk? I don't know. Like, Pep Guardiola's a smart man. Pep Guardiola will do what's best for Pep Guardiola at the end of the day, and that is his right as a manager. Will he show loyalty to City? I don't know. Does he have any emotional attachment to Manchester City? I honestly don't know. Who do you reckon for the next City manager? Christ, we're getting ahead of ourselves here, aren't we? God, I've got no idea. It's not something that I've talked about or thought about. So people are coming in going, what's gone? What's happening? Today, Manchester City have been kicked out of the Champions League for the next 2 seasons. Not just the Champions League, any European football. For the next 2 seasons, after they were found to be in breach of FFP rules and regulations. They do, of course, have the right to appeal this to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, which they will. And this will go on. Mickey Fryer said the FA to investigate maybe points deducted for City for next season. Pep will do Pep, said Hugh. I'd absolutely love to see Sheffield United in the Champions League, said Eunice. What have we got? Can you see Allegri going to City if Pep walks? I don't know. Genuinely, I haven't got a clue. I haven't even thought about the thoughts of Manchester City changing managers, so you guys give me your thoughts on this one. Allegri possibly, said Simon. Ladies and gentlemen, for to kick off tonight, a couple of things. Firstly, if you're new to the stream and you joined us for the first time, welcome. My name is Craig. I'm the host here on Anfield Agenda. I have officially packed up on Twitter today, ladies and gentlemen. Why have I done this, you might ask, or you might not ask, but I'm going to fucking tell you either way. I've done it because I want to dedicate what little spare time I do have to making content to grow Anfield Agenda, both on here on YouTube and of course over on Hot Mic, where we just finished doing our first stream. So, a couple of things I'm going to ask you guys to do to give us a little hand. Firstly, if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, please do hit that button. Give us a thumbs up and keep your comments coming. Memberships are open on the channel. You'll see people with a little Anfield Agenda logo beside their name. Those are either members of Anfield Agenda FC or the Anfield Agenda Ultras. Both available 99p and 4.99 for those memberships. Super chats are open. Super stickers are open. But, brand new, hot off the press, we are now on Hot Mic as well. The Hot Mic link is in the stream description below. Make sure you go over to Hot Mic, download the app. It's available on the Google Play Store. It's available on the App Store. It's available for any mobile device. If you were over there with us for the game, I hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun. Hot Mic. Use the code Anfield Agenda on sign up. Make sure to give us a follow on there as well. And if you don't know what Hot Mic is, there's a 3-minute explanation video on our channel. But basically it allows you to seamlessly sync my commentary of games with your television coverage. No more of this delayed bullshit. Hot Mic is the future. Check it out. Subscribe to us over there as well. Whew, I'm almost out of breath. It's been quick. Gary Richard said, following on Hot Mic. Thank you, Gary. I knew you would, mate. You're a legend. So, Rabadan said, Rail at Bramall Lane is possible. The mind boggles. Imagine you said that a couple of years ago, buddy. Imagine we said to ourselves, there's a possibility of Real Madrid rocking up to play Champions League football at Bramall Lane. The world would have thought we were mad. Dylan said, I really enjoyed Hot Mic stream. It was better than YouTube. Thank you, mate. We'll be there tomorrow as well for the Liverpool game against Norwich City. Dylan said, do you think this could be the end of Manchester City's greatness? No. So here's a realistic look at it. We should buy Kevin De Bruyne now, said Raza. Mate, he's a wonderful footballer. So look, here's the thing. If Manchester City get booted out of the Champions League and that gets held up, so if it goes to the Court of Arbitration for Sport and they keep it and they're booted out, what might happen? Well, maybe their players will stay loyal. Maybe Manchester City will have to pay these guys a lot of money to stay at the club. Or maybe Pep Guardiola and a lot of these players fuck off and leave for pastures new. What is Der Spiegel? Niall, Der Spiegel is the German newspaper that first published all these accusations around Manchester City, the leaked emails, all of those stuff, and their seemingly flagrant abuses of the FFP policy. Look, I'm not a solicitor. I'm not an investigative journalist, but what I can say is Der Spiegel is where all this information was leaked. It's a German, I believe it's a German tabloid newspaper. I think it's the Mirror. Is that what it stands for in German, the Mirror? Do love a bit of Der Spiegel on the channel. How are you, said Rory Burke. Mate, I'm smiling from fucking ear to ear. City booted out of Europe for 2 years. The shithousery is beautiful. Even if they come back and even if they do fight it, it's still going to distract them. It's still going to destabilise their club. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Takes the attention off Liverpool as well. Allows us to gallop triumphantly towards the Premier League title. Maybe a little Champions League double. What's that I hear you say? A treble? While we're talking about it, while we're talking about City's Manchester City ban, I think it's only fair that I introduce you to somebody that just wants to come in and say hello. Hello! What was that? Sixie said that she knew full well that this ban was coming from Manchester City and Guardiola's going to fuck off now. Yeah, 60 thinks Guardiola's going to fuck off. Let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, to 60, our little Champions League mascot. I treated myself to this when the Reds won their 6th Champions League crown, and 60 pops in as a little bit of a co-host from time to time, just to say a little hello to everybody and see how we're all feeling. And 60 wishes you all a happy Valentine's Day as well. So, what was that? Yeah, no, fuck him, you're right. You're right, 60. I'm going to put you down and put you back to sleep now, mate, but love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say goodnight to everybody. Bye-bye. Put 60 down here. And don't worry, 60 will be back for the Champions League game against Atleti on Tuesday. How much was that replica? I honestly can't remember. I think it was about £270, I think, mate. But I can't remember. Nor do I want the wife to remember, mate, so shh. Bruce, they're back to goal today as well. Said Callum talks Premier League. Again, great to hear that one. I think that ended up 4-4, mate. Is that right? Can you be my Valentine, said Liam. Mate, I'm everyone's. I'm here for everybody, buddy. Where did you get 60 from? I want one. A company I found them on Twitter, mate, called J&S Trophies. That's where I got that replica from. And it's not a tin pot cheap shitty one. It's a really, really good heavy duty trophy. So J&S Trophies, mate. They're on Twitter. I think they're on Facebook as well, but I found them on Twitter. Priceless, said Niles. Any Werner updates? No, not today, Benjamin. But look, on the Timo Werner stuff, I'm not going to say it's done because I'll be lying to you, but as close to I can say as a fan with no inside information to Timo Werner being a Liverpool player, I often talk about sticking 50 quid down. I would put my 50 quid on Werner coming to Liverpool right now as things stand. Now, for those of you that weren't with us last night, the news that we got coming out of Germany was that apparently Liverpool or any club have to trigger that release clause of €60 million in Timo Werner's contract before the end of April, which probably makes sense as to why we're starting to hear this spoken about now. Dylan said, see now a lot of players are going to choose not to go to City for the next 2 years. That could screw them big time if players leave. The most important thing about all of this, though, look, it's fun to sit here and poke at Manchester City and wave them bye-bye from Europe for 2 years. But at the end of the day, the challenge that Manchester City are going to put up here, now let's not forget, they're going to have fucking unlimited resources to challenge this. So it'll be interesting to see if the Court of Arbitration for Sport, if UEFA, FIFA and all the bodies have the balls and the stomach for this fight. Because if Manchester City get this overturned, that's it. That's the end of FFP. They might as well get rid of it. You only need 5 more now. 5 more what? Android? I don't know what the 5 more is, but if it's only 5 of anything, it's always a good thing. Quino said, good hot mic stream. The quality was good. I'm Quinton, by the way. Thank you, mate, for coming over and joining us on here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, Quinton, mate. The appeal will probably be accepted just because it's City, said Andrew. Look, I'm not going to belittle the Court of Arbitration for Sport. They're put in place for a reason. They're there to be an outsider's view and to give an outsider's legal argument and legal foundings and I suppose just for appeals. That's what they're there for. So UEFA make their ruling. Sports, clubs, whether it be a drugs ban or whatever it is, they all have the right to appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. That hearing will come in due time, and I don't know what the outcome will be. We've seen them overturned, we've seen them upheld. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Pixel_NME said, congrats on the Hot Mic debut, I enjoyed it, thank you, buddy. Is Hot Mic free? Oh yes, that's the beauty, Ibrahim. It's free for you, it's free for us, and if you go over to Hot Mic, download the app, put in that code that you see there on the screen, Anfield Agenda, all one word, and give us a follow on there. You're helping us out financially, and it doesn't cost you anything as well, buddy. It's brilliant. It's the future of fan sports broadcasting. I'm going to have to take a breath here. I've been going 100 miles an hour since 8 o'clock tonight. Watchalong tomorrow, absolutely, Limo. We'll be on here and we'll be on Hot Mic. So, it's up to you where you want to watch us on. You can watch us on here as always. We'll be doing all the Liverpool shows on here, but we're also going to be simulcasting or simulcasting or dual casting or whatever you want to call it on Hot Mic as well. With Hot Mic, you won't have a delay because you'll be able to hit that beautiful sync button that allows you to get our commentary perfectly in sync with your television in your time frame. No delays, no more chat getting ruined with little spoilers if you're a little bit behind. Hot Mic rules, said Luke. I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. So, Eunice said, should Manchester City be banned from domestic cup competitions? That is not for me to say, mate. That is for the Premier League, the FA, to make their own decisions on that. I haven't got a clue, mate. I don't want to put any lies to you. Can thank you. I will put your code in. You're a legend, Ibrahim, mate. Make sure, all caps, all one word, Anfield Agenda, boom. John Doe, how are you, mate? Well, you're saying goodbye, basically. See you later, John. Thank you for popping in, buddy. Are they kicked out this season? No, Alfie. They're going to be able to finish off their campaign in the Champions League this season. They have a difficult couple of legs coming up against Real Madrid, of course. But as things stand, the next 2 seasons, they have been removed from all European competition. Gamer King said, Craig, 5th place is now a Champions League spot if City stay in top 4. There's a chance McTominay could play against Messi in the Nou Camp. Yes, as things stand, if that ban is upheld, 5th place in the Premier League would take that Champions League spot. Unless, of course, Manchester City finish outside the top 4, which it would be a miracle if they did, to be fair. The new Martin Tyler, said Nathan Carter. Better than Martin Tyler, mate. Martin Tyler with a lot more swearing. What have we got? Guys, City are going to focus on the league now. This is bad. They can focus on it all they want, Aaron, mate. The league is ours this year. And you might say that they'll focus on the league, but they also have to be able to attract players to the club, buddy. And if there's no European competition available for City for 2 years, do you know what? It's not going to be a club that people are going to want to go to. They have their brands to protect as well in this day and age. And if City are seen as a little bit tainted, a little bit dirty, a little bit hoo-ha, yes, that man Goss is probably losing his shit right now, Megas thing. He's probably on Radio 5 Live screaming that this is somehow Liverpool's fault. Craig, why have I stopped being on Twitter? Because I want to concentrate on making content, Casper, and the time that I spend on Twitter is time taken away that I could be making videos, streaming, doing stuff on Hot Mic. And my job is to give my family and the whole Anfield Agenda family hopefully a better life and to push us forward. And yeah, I've decided to step away from Twitter and hang up my keyboard or whatever you want to call it. Right, what have we got? And a little less pro-United as well, said Steve, with regards to the commentary. Definitely. So what would happen if they win the Champions League? Do they get to play in the Super Cup? I was thinking, Eunice, I don't know the answer to that, mate. But again, that's a conversation that I had with Connor. So if they won the Champions League, as you said, there is the Super Cup. But there's also the expanded Club World Cup that comes into play, I think. So, yeah, somebody probably has the answer to that, mate. But this happened so late that I was just about to start the Leicester Wolves game. So I haven't got a chance to do a whole heap of research on this. So I'm learning as I go along here with you guys. And for tonight, I'm asking you guys to give me the info as well. 210 Record said, surely City will be able to defend their title if they win the Champions League. No. Simple as that. If they're booted out of it, mate, they're booted out of it. I know how salty that sounds. And if it was Liverpool, I'd be fucking fuming right now. But they won't win the Champions League, so I'll be alright. We don't need to worry about that. Craig, how come it's alright to cheat in Europe when the Premier League there's no penalty? I think, Jim, if the Premier League so wished, they could launch an investigation into any club's finances. In the Championship right now, it looks like Sheffield Wednesday could be deducted points because of breaches of financial regulation. So it is possible, and don't rule anything out yet, mate. This thing is going to develop over time. Go on, the Reds, said, oh God, that's far too long. We'll go with Lennon. Is that alright, mate? Jamie said, Manchester City players will be leaving like a sinking ship, glug, glug, glug. Do you reckon this should happen to PSG? Well, look, Dylan, I'm only a football fan, mate, so I don't reckon that I can't speak what should happen. But if we were to single out 2 clubs that's outsiders with no inside information that look a little bit fucking iffy when it comes to this stuff, then yes, Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain would be those 2 clubs. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Dominic Rich is in the house. Dominic, a Manchester City fan and a gentleman, somebody that runs an excellent YouTube channel as well. How are you, sir? Said, look at Liverpool fans having a party at this news. Wow, lovely. I'm not saying City are innocent, but look at you lot. I truly understand why you guys feel this way. Look, firstly, Dominic, I know you're a gentleman, sir, and I appreciate you taking the time to come in. But you wouldn't respect us, buddy, if we weren't poking a little bit of fun at this situation, would you? If it was the other way around, let's be honest, you'd all be doing it as well. So, as things stand, Dominic, everybody has a right to go through the full legal system, mate. And Manchester City, of course, have the right to appeal this to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. But it's breaking news, mate, in the world of football. It wouldn't be right if we didn't have a chat about this on the channel. I didn't even plan on streaming tonight, Dom, but when I heard this news, I had to come on and do a little impromptu stream, shall we say. What else we got? Did you see James Pearce's article about Liverpool and the VAR stats? No, Corey. I'm, again, not on Twitter anymore. And haven't got a subscription to The Athletic, so I don't get to see James Pearce's articles these days. Khan said, to be honest, I hope City have it overturned. Please do explain why, mate. And I'm not poking fun here. Maybe you're a City fan that I'm not aware of, or maybe you just have a different viewpoint on this, and I'd love to hear it. We're fucking massive, said Luke. Let's see a few WFM emojis in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Make use of those lovely Anfield Agenda WFMs. Winning the lottery never ends well, said Mr. Lennon. Okay, what else we got? Are City out the rest of the season? No, they're still involved in all competitions, mate. 50k subs by 2021, said Dylan Murphy. I would hope so, mate. I honestly would hope so. Like, we're heading towards 35,000 as things stand. With your support and with you guys keep pushing us on, you never know, anything is possible. There they are. There's the WFM emojis. Love it. Casper, I'm done on Twitter, mate. I won't be going back onto Twitter. Craig and Twitter is finished. Craig, I know you popped open a can of Diet Chav to celebrate City being kicked out. I've no idea what you're talking about, mate. What was that? Yeah, no, fuck up, you're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right. So, Jurgen Klopp's having a party. You can fuck off, Jamie Vardy, said Thomas McGee. Darren said, crikey, what will all the three Manchester City fans do now on a Tuesday? Don't know, mate. EastEnders is still on. There is always that. Jay said, love watching Dom's videos, top bloke. He is. Dom is a lovely fella, and somebody actually that I want to get on for a chat someday. Because, look, YouTube is a big family, really. Dom, as you've said, makes some lovely content. Look, we can't hold the fact he's a Man City fan against him. Dom is a gentleman, and yeah, I want to get Dom on for a chat someday because I honestly do like and respect what he does. Right, so what have we got? Chat's moving quick tonight. I'm trying to keep up. Get a Diet Chav emoji. It'd be a bit of a waste of an emoji though, Nathan. Corey's not on a Tuesday, Mark. It'd have to be, I think it's a Monday, Wednesday for Corey. Is it Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Pablo said, Craig, what are the odds of us getting Timo Werner? I think I said 70% last night, Pablo, and I'm going to stick by that. I would say it's more likely than unlikely, but as I've always said, buddy, I don't want to come on here and tell any lies. I don't have any inside information. I'm not going to claim to be in the know. I'm not going to come on here and blow smoke up your ass. But from all the things that I've read, from the Jimmy Pearces of this world, from trying to read between the lines, I would say, yeah, it's most likely we're going after Timo Werner and probably see that 60 million euro release clause triggered. Like all the Manchester City fans are fucking triggered right now. Mighty Red said, gotta be some vodka in that Diet Coke. I don't drink, mate. I'm boring. Really boring. I don't drink at all. What is WFM? Sorry, Jason, mate. I should probably take the time to explain that. So on our channel, we've got a bit of a motto, mate. And that motto is WFM. And what does that mean? It means we're fucking massive. That's what it means. It started off as a bit of a joke, buddy, but when we got the memberships and when we had those memberships, you're able to make little emojis that you guys can use in the chat. And the first one I said to Connor is, get a WFM emoji out there. Get it out there. We need it in the chat. Dominic said, much respect, Craig, with the City situation. It is what it is. Dom, are you happy to come on for a chat someday, mate? We'll get that sorted out. You have our email, Dom. Please feel free to contact me on it anytime, buddy. It's in the chat there, anfieldagenda@outlook.com or gmail.com. It would be my pleasure to have you on for a chat, sir. Thomas McGee said, fair play. So much for Messi to City. Since you're out of Twitter, where will you get the rumours from? I don't use Twitter for the rumours, mate. I never have. I go through the newspaper, so every day I read through Build and the English version of that. I'd read through the Echo. I'd look at the Times. I read through as many newspaper and journalists' work as I can because they're the guys that put in the hard yards, not some fucking no-mark on Twitter who's trying to make a name for himself, making up bullshit rumours to get clicks and likes. No, I look at the Melissa Reddys, the James Pearces, all the old guard, all the old reliables that put the hard yards in. Jason, no problem, buddy. Always try and be as interactive as we can in the chat. We're the untouchables, said Simon. Like it, mate. Look, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favour. if you've come over and you've given us a follow on Hot Mic, or you've at least downloaded the app, give me a thumbs up. I want to get a kind of feel for how close we are to getting you guys to give us a try over there. Because our watch-alongs on here are massively popular. We usually get between 30 and 80,000 on a watch-along of our match streams. We want to get you guys to have a look and give a try to Hot Mic because of the synchronicity. Because of the fact that it'll be up to date with your unique viewpoint. So, here's how it works. I've got my phone right now. If I was to open up the app and I was to find a game. So let's say you're opening up the app on Hot Mic for the first time. You click on the button that opens up. It's going to ask you, do you have a code? You do have a code. It's Anfield Agenda, all one word. Whack that in, hit go, sort out your account. When you go on there then, you look for the broadcast of the games. Pick the game that you want to watch. Let's say in this case it's Norwich City versus Liverpool. Click on that. You'll get a list of broadcasters. Obviously you're going to want to click on Anfield Agenda. When we go live, or when you want to go live, let's say half an hour before the game. So we go live, we're doing our stream. A button will appear on your phone, a sync button. Click on that. It listens to your television, and automatically syncs up our commentary or whoever your favourite presenter is on Hot Mic with your television or your soundbar or the device that you're listening with, and no more delays. You also get lovely background noise, some fan chants and all that type of stuff as well. And there's also a chat function in there. Robert O'Reilly, watch the game. Thank you. I've seen all the thumbs up. Your support, as always, will make the difference to us, ladies and gentlemen. Hot Mic could be a game changer for this channel. Hot Mic could allow us to go full time at this. Hot Mic could allow us to get an office. And if we get an office, you get better content, we get more guests. And this shit can go through the roof. I have big, big plans for Anfield Agenda. I want to reach back out into my local community. I want to work with youth groups. I want to work with the unemployed. If we get ourselves an office at some point, we go legit. This becomes a business, which we're quite a way off at the minute. I want to give back. I want to give other people the love and support and strength and hand up that you guys have given us. And that's something that I've always sworn since day one. I want to get local communities in. I want to teach people how to do podcasts. I want to teach people how to YouTube. I want to teach people how to interact on social media. And I want to give back to people who have gone through a bit of a tough time. I want to give back to people who are a little bit lonely, people who are suffering, people who, like me, didn't have an outlet. But you guys have given me that outlet. You guys have given me belief, love, support that I never thought I'd get before. So, from me to you, I can't speak for Connor, because he thinks you're all fuckers, if I'm being honest with it. He's just in it for the money. Greedy Crosby, that's what we call him behind the scenes. Only joking, ladies and gentlemen. Look, if you can do us that favour, if you like us on here, if you do our watch-alongs on here, give it a bash. So, will we consider title winners last season for the Premier League? No, Sean. Nor do we want it that way. We want to win the league this season by going out there like we're doing and bitch slapping the league. 22 points clear. You'll love to see it. What have we got? Ibrahim said, why do you have to sign in? Like anything else, mate. You got to create an account on there so they know who they're dealing with. They know to make sure that you're not trolling. All that type of stuff. Same as any app like that, mate. Sheffield United could be in the Champions League next season. Absolute madness. Right, predictions as well for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Do keep them coming in. And Dominic, I did see your comment, mate, to say that you'd be happy to come on for a chat. We'll get that sorted out, buddy. It's something that I've been meaning to do for a while. Mega Sting said, proud of you, Craig. Wishing you nothing but the best of luck. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Just watched Swansea highlights. Beautiful goal by Ryan Brewster. Been following Swansea since Brewster joined, said Charlie Martins. Craig equals the most humble and loving person on YouTube. Pablo, look, I am what I am. I'm just me, mate. I've always been me. There's been a lot of bullshit and a lot of misconceptions put out there about me over the years, but you guys have been seeing me for 2 years. I am who the fuck I am. I have faults. I have some positive things about me. But what I am is honest. And my honest thing is that I want to make my family's lives better. I want to make Connor's life better. I want to push this on and I want to do this for a living. But I don't want to ram shit down your throat. You don't see us going behind a paywall. You never will. You don't see us trying to spam betting links in here to make money off you guys, because that's not how we work. The reason that we love this hookup with Hot Mic is because it's free for everyone. Free for you, free for us, and it's a fucking great product. That's the most important thing. What have we got? Fantastic. Great to see Leicester and Sheffield United have a shot at Champions League football, said SMC 01full. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that one. Ethan Power's going for a 3-0 win for the Reds, 5-0 for Tom Boland. We need to show no mercy. Why is it when you say that, Bruno, my head immediately goes to Karate Kid and goes, sweep the leg, Johnny, sweep the leg. I hope somebody got that reference. I hope you all love the Karate Kid films. PSG should be next, said Johnny Quid. Greetings from the USA. Love the channel. Keep up the good work, said Tony Whitehall. Mate, it still blows my mind to this day to think that we have people like yourself that watch us in America. We've got people like Larry that watch us in Canada. We've got people like Rod that watch us in Australia. And people that watch us in Jamaica. People that watch us in China. Madness. It's madness, but it means the world to us that you guys come on here and share your love of the club with us and your thoughts about the Reds. Keep it coming. 5-0 for Casper. Leon, boo! Leon's going for 2-1 to Norwich. Come on, Leon. Put the saltiness aside, mate. Malcontent, superior being, knobhead. I'll take the first part of that's about me, and the second part's about Connor. That's what I'm going to go with, that malcontent. 2-0, 25 points clear. Easy work, said Dylan Murphy. 210 record, saying Craig showing your age there. I'm an old fucker, mate. I am. There's no denying it. Rocky films, Karate Kid films, they're right up my street, right up my genre. You'll never walk alone from the Bronx, said Simon. How are we, mate? Beautiful again to know where you're watching from, Simon. Thank you, mate, for taking the time, for giving us your support, and for in the chat as well, and putting your thoughts in. Cape Town Muslims in the Jesus. How are we, sir? Watching from the moon, said No Name. From the moon. Nice one, mate. Floating around up there doing your thing. Must be fucking good Wi-Fi on the moon. Nice one. While you're on the moon, mate, make sure you download the Hot Mic app. While you're there. Seem to have great Wi-Fi. Uganda for Zachary. How are you, sir? Welcome. Pleasure to have you with us. Talking to a cup. Insane. Yes, mate. I am insane. And you know what, Ian? If you don't like it, feel free to fuck off. Because if you don't want to be here, Ian, no one's keeping you here. You're saying talking crap to a cup, mate. You want to have a little look at your caps lock there, buddy, because you got the first letter wrong. If you're trying to shout at me, that's alright, but you fucked up, Ian. Do you know what I mean? You came on, you tried to troll, you had your shot at the king, and you fucked up. What can I say? You know, trolls usually are morons, mate, and you are just living up to expectations, buddy. Beautifully. What was that? 60 thinks you're a prick as well. You're right, he is. He can't spell either. Right, talking to a cup. Insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Quick. Ian's a prick. Right, what have we got? Craig, your favourite crisp. Kyo's, Casper. Duh. Kyo's, mate. Hello from Denmark. Jason X Rasmussen. How are you, sir? Welcome. Right. Jason said, in the summer we should sign a backup left back for Andy Robertson who can challenge him and keep him on his toes, and a forward player to give competition to Mane and Salah. Example, Werner and Sancho. The backup left back thing, Jason, I totally agree with you on, mate, although I haven't got a Scooby-Doo who. The Werner thing looks like it might happen. Sancho was the one that I want to get your opinion on, though, ladies and gentlemen. Jadon Sancho. Do you think that there is a genuine interest from Liverpool Football Club? I'd seen some stuff going around today as well. People were telling me that we'd apparently been linked with a bid for Kylian Mbappe. Now, can somebody tell me where this story came from? If you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, is there a source for this? Where did this hashtag Mbappe 2020 shit lately come from? Liverpool Rules is in the house. Kieran said, hi Craig, on Saturday afternoon, Norwich 1-0 up, or Norwich 1, Liverpool 4. I like that, mate. Is that a real chair? Indeed it is, look. It is a real chair, mate. It's made by a company called Serendipity Furniture. And if I move to one side, you'll see the liverbird there with my family surname as well, embroidered into the chair. They made this chair for us. It is a work of art, and they can make one for you as well. Hit them up. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on Twitter. Serendipity Furniture. Tell Paul and Beth that Craig from Anfield Agenda sent you, and they'll give you £100 off any chair. They do them in any colour. They can do whatever you want. They can make a recliner version. They can give you a footstool. They can lift them a little bit higher up. Every chair is handmade, handcrafted leather, and it feels like sitting in a throne. When I'm sitting in this chair, I'm not going to lie, I feel a little bit special. Awesome chair, said Simon. Thank you, mate. Raza reckons that Sancho is overrated and overpriced. Interesting, mate. Carragher reckons that he's the next big thing. So Carragher reckons he's trying to compare maybe to Raheem Sterling. He turns 20, I think, next month, Jadon Sancho. Looks like Dortmund want in excess of 100 million. It is a lot of money. You do always have to pay a little bit more for English talent as well. Gary reckons Sancho is too much money. He's overpriced. One football. What have we got? I bet it's £300 though. The chair. Oh, it's way more than £300, mate. You fucking wish it was £300. Yeah, no, mate. You treble it. I think they're about £900. What have we got? Pep Guardiola opened his Twitter early only to find the Champions League gone. Where did I get the beautiful little cup from? Speaking of art, from a company called J&S Trophies, mate. I don't know if they're on Facebook or not, but I know for certain that they're on Twitter. J&S Trophies. It's a saucy chair. I'm not gonna lie, Joshua, mate. It doesn't even go with my living room. Like, my wife took time, done up our living room, bought a new suite of furniture, and then Craig comes in and drops a red and white fucking throne in the middle of it. Not one fuck given. Dominus Earth, how are we? Another very, very nice gentleman that supports City said, well, this band sucks. Here comes the downfall of our club. Mate, I honestly would love to get your thoughts on this. I know the chat moves quick and I mightn't see it, but if you have time, Dominus, you're one of the most down-to-earth fans we've come across on here from opposition clubs. You know I've nothing but respect for you, buddy. I'd love your thoughts on this Manchester City ban. Score tomorrow afternoon. I've gone for 3-1 win for the Reds. Have I still got that image? No, I deleted it. Sorry, I thought I still had the image for the my predicted 11 tomorrow. Let me run through my predicted 11 for everybody anyway while I'm here. So obviously Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Van Dijk and Gomez as the centre back pairing, Andy Robertson at left back. My midfield trio that I've predicted are Fabinho, Jordan Henderson and gini wijnaldum, and then the front three. I reckon that Sadio Mane will start. I know a lot of people reckon maybe Divock will start. For me, I think Sadio will make it. But I can understand the shouts for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I can understand the shouts for... When you say £300, are you talking about me, Simon? Because I'm not that fucking heavy, pal. Pep Guardiola might get the sack from City if they don't win Europe this season, said Eugene McGeever. Let's not mention Haaland. Yeah, he's banging it up. Another at least one goal today. I don't know what the final score was in that Dortmund game. John Hamilton has put a link into J&S Trophies there on Facebook. You're a legend, John. And on Twitter as well. So if anybody does want to get in contact with them about the trophies, tell them we sent you and they'll look after you. We're not on commission or anything, but I'm the type of person that if I like a product, if somebody makes a good product, I'll let people know about it. And J&S Trophies make damn good products. So get in contact with them if you want a little Champions League trophy. The sad news is they don't make Premier League replicas because I was already in contact with them trying to find out. 3-1 sounds good, said Daryl. The chair looks fantastic. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. It was 4-0 to Dortmund, said Kurt. Thank you, sir. Liverpool will win. The league is in 601 Manchester, said Gary Richards. Just added them on Facebook, said Adam Whitehead. Nice one, buddy. We've too many too good players, Craig. It's a headache. It's tough, Martin, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And we're looking to add as well, buddy. That therein lies the joy. Do you reckon De Bruyne, Sterling, Bernardo Silva and Sané, Bernardo Silva and Sané believe in City if this 2-year ban stands? Well, look, David Silva's going at the end of the season, Mr. Williams. We know that anyway, his contract's up. I can't speak about the rest of them. I don't know. I mean, Manchester City might say, no, fuck it, none of you are going anywhere. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm sorry, I'm saying this with a massive fucking smile on my face because it's happy time. The Maharani's Closet said, if City sack Pep, they'd be doing him a favour. Surely he doesn't want to live 2 years out of Europe. What's my top 4 predictions? Well, if we're dropping out Manchester City and just saying that the ban's upheld, Liverpool, and this is in no particular order, Liverpool, Leicester, Chelsea United. That's what I'd guess at. Although Spurs could make a run at that. Yeah, this could be very interesting. If you're a Manchester United fan right now, you've got to be happy. If you're a Chelsea fan right now, obviously apart from the news about Hakim Ziyech, you've got to be happy. If you're a Spurs fan right now, you've got to be happy. So Manchester City fans probably think Liverpool fans are out there gloating, but it doesn't really affect us too much. It more affects the clubs that might pip that last place because of this ban. So look, we'll sit here and laugh at you fuckers because, hey, you deserve to be laughed at. But apart from that, yeah, it's not our club that's going to benefit from this. Leon reckons United must sack Ollie now if they want Poch. I think that's my humble opinion, Leon. I think that's something that's already in the works for the end of the season. But then again, what the hell do I know? Kent Coastal Holiday, let's Brewster scored again tonight. Exactly, doing exactly what we'd hoped for, mate. Going there on loan and banging in some goals. And he came on as a sub as well, which makes it even more impressive. What have we got? Wolves could get in there too. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I forgot Wolves, Sheffield United. Yeah, I was only thinking of the big six really, but you're right. Wolves, Sheffield United, absolutely possible. Okay, what else have we got? Jamie said, and there's me thinking you were in front of a green screen. I am, but the chair isn't part of the green screen, mate. The chair is real, but behind me, that is a green screen. 100%, yeah. That Anfield agenda wall, all that stuff is a green screen. But look, I'll move this chair. See? It is definitely a real chair, mate. Let me just move it back into place. Yeah, it's a real chair. I can promise you that. And if you don't believe me, there's pictures actually of me standing in front of the chair, doing a little bit of a photo shoot to publicise when we got it. You going to any Liverpool games soon? Yes, we're going to the Villa game in April, Dylan, which I'm very much looking forward to. But then again, I'm looking forward to going over so much, and we're very fortunate to have gotten the tickets. But I hate letting people down that we're not doing a stream for that game. But hey, look, we're getting to go over there. We're getting to meet one of you guys as well who's sorting us out with the tickets, and I don't want to name that gentleman because his privacy is important to us. But yeah. Adam Whitehead said, how do I upgrade my account? I think you've just found it there, Adam, because I've just seen the message to say you've upgraded your membership to Anfield Agenda Ultras. Adam, mate, you are now going to get an invite to our Discord group, which is basically what we use to keep up to date with people when we're offline. We have a little chat about what's going to come up on the streams, what you guys want us to talk about, and the members of the Anfield Agenda Ultras, buddy, help shape the future of this channel. So thank you for joining, mate. Thank you for upgrading to become an Ultra. And if anybody else wants to join the Anfield Agenda membership, there is a link in the description below. 99p, 99 cent, or $4.99, depending on what part of the world you're in and which one you want. What have we got? Coleman's Mustard said, Mr. Lennon. I still can't touch that first name, buddy, because it's too long. Thomas Wirich said, imagine winning the title and the match against Everton. Right, quick question. It's a good point you're making, Thomas. I've said I don't want Liverpool winning the title away from home. I want us to do it at Anfield because I want Coppites to be able to celebrate together. I want the players to be able to celebrate in the stadium with their families and loved ones and all the staff and fans. But where do you guys want Liverpool to win the league? It's your show. You let me know. Where do you want Liverpool to win the league? I'm going to do a little check as well to see how we're getting on my hot mic while we're on here. See if we're getting close to that magic number. I always used to get nervous when I check these things. Right, what have we got? We're 25 followers away from 300 on there, ladies and gentlemen. So it just needs 25 of you guys to download that app. Hit Anfield Agenda in there with the code all caps and bang. We're moving up the charts slowly but surely. We're making our way up the highest broadcast numbers on that app. We want to get right to the top, but we need your support. Anfield for Bernadette, Anfield for Barry Aiken. Home game at Anfield or the Etihad for Dylan. Has to be Anfield, said Adam. What else we got? Anfield all day, every day, said GURPS. Why are we wowing, Brian? What have I missed out on? Anfield all day, every day. At Manchester City, said Aaron. Anfield for Scotty. Larson said, Klopp must be happy this news broke this evening so he didn't have to be asked about it in his press conference this afternoon. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tricky for other managers to talk about this because everybody in the game has respect for Pep Guardiola, without a shadow of a doubt. He's a fantastic manager. But yeah, it's going to be a tricky time for them as a club. They're going to be bombarded with questions. I've said it'll probably get to a point where they just say, look, we've released our statement. We've nothing else to say about this for the time being. Clodagh said, just joined. Thank you, Clodagh. Really appreciate your support. I wanted at Anfield, said Alfie. Anfield for Damien Snowden as well. Martin G said, can't get over this season. First season since 1998. Talk about gutted. How's your luck, eh? Charlie said, on Hot Mic, is it just sound and video too? It's exactly what you see here, Charlie, mate. We use a different... Well, no, for actually Hot Mic for Liverpool games, you get video. What you see here, me dancing around, waving, being a fool, you get all of that stuff on Hot Mic, but you don't get the delay for games, Charlie. So we only do it for match watch-alongs. You get to sync up our commentary with your television, so it works perfectly in sync, mate, or your stream, or whatever it is that you're watching it on. No delay. And it's the exact same. It's video just like on here. There's a chat function just like on here. But we're going to be doing both. So here's the update of what's going to be coming along. Tomorrow, Saturday, 5 o'clock. We're going to be going live on YouTube. We're going to be live on Hot Mic, broadcasting on both of them at the same time for a watch along of the Norwich City game against Liverpool. On Sunday, probably do one of the Super Sunday games as well. I'm not sure which one. On Monday, we're going to be covering the Manchester United game with Chelsea only on Hot Mic. So make sure you're over on that one. Tuesday, Atletico Madrid versus Liverpool. Watch along on here and on Hot Mic. And on Wednesday, we're going to be doing the Spurs Leipzig game. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing it just on Hot Mic or on both. But either way, non-Liverpool content on Hot Mic probably. All Liverpool watch-alongs, as always, will be available on here and Hot Mic. We should sell Naby and Lovren. No fucking way we're selling Naby, mate. Love me some Naby Keita. I just think Naby needs to get a run of games together, mate. He has been a little bit unlucky with injuries, but there's a player in there. And Dejan Lovren, I probably agree with you on, and I think he probably will go in the summer. Do you think they'll put it down to a year, said Adam, with regards to the ban? Mate, I have no legal background. I haven't got a clue what will happen with the appeal. Ian, I'm very good, thank you, buddy. How are you? West Ham to beat Manchester City, said Damien Snowden. Arlo said, you've no idea how much I was bouncing when I heard the news about Manchester City. Look, I think we'd be lying, Arlo, if we didn't say we all had a little smile on our face about it, mate. Brian said Graham Hunter. Do you know what? I'm going to give Graham a little bit of breathing room, Brian. So I don't want... Graham is so busy with La Liga TV and stuff at the minute that if I don't hear from him before Sunday, I'll probably get to catch up with Graham between the first and second leg. Now, if I hear from Graham, brilliant, but I don't want to put pressure on the man. He's a busy man. But we will be having a chat with Graham Hunter soon. Don't worry about that. Malcontent said, no, Craig, Knobhead was aimed at the post regarding... And I'm not even going to read out the last word, buddy, but I was only joking with you, mate. I knew you weren't having a go with us. I think their appeal will be successful, said Toepoke FC. And what's that based on, mate? Again, not having a go, genuinely curious. Just got Hot Mic, looks like fun, said Tony. It's pretty cool, mate. It is. Yeah, I think it's the future. And we've got in on Hot Mic so early that if it takes off, Anfield Agenda and our little family here, we could be next level, ladies and gents. We could be doing this shit together. Meetups could be happening. Do you know what I mean? Anfield Agenda live. That's the plan. Hot Mic signed up, said Joshua. Legend. Thank you, sir. What did I say on Manchester City? Apart from fuck 'em, lols. Look, it is what it is. As things stand, they've been booted out of the Champions League for 2 years. That's where we are right now. Other than that, it's all just wait and see what happens. But as things stand right now, no Manchester City for 2 seasons in the Champions League. They'll appeal that to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. We'll wait and see what that outcome is. Carl Brown said, only just stopped laughing. What have I misheard? What have I missed? Nothing, mate. We're just talking about the breaking news. John Whelan, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, buddy, the newest member. Again, I'm blown away by your support, ladies and gents, as always. Ayo, what's your name? Is that Ayo as in hello? What's your name? Craig is my name, Dab. I hope that was aimed at me. Discarded Ant said, what's your least favourite Liverpool player? I don't really have a least favourite, mate. I mean, they're Liverpool players. Anybody that puts that shirt on gets my support. Yeah, I don't really want to answer. I wouldn't be the biggest Shaqiri fan, but he's a Liverpool player, so of course I respect him. Do I think City will go all out to win the Champions League this season? Well, I think they were going to be doing that anyway, Darren, to be fair, mate, because they weren't winning the league, let's be fair. That's Liverpool's. They're in the domestic cup competition, so they have that. They've got a final of the League Cup to look forward to against Aston Villa. They're still in the FA Cup. But yeah, they were always going to go for the Champions League, mate. That is how Pep Guardiola's time at Manchester City will be defined. He was brought in there to win a European Cup. Let's make no bones about it. He's won the Premier Leagues, he's won domestic cups. Nobody can deny that success. But what Manchester City's owners crave more than anything is that little gold star. They want themselves to lift the European Cup. And we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. There's more pressure on them now. Far Isles in the house said listening but doing tons of stuff. I know you're a very busy man. Very busy man, mate. Can't wait for Statman Gaz said Auto Dynamics. I think you can stream tomorrow because there's a storm coming. Doesn't matter, Clodagh. I'll be streaming one way or the other. Storm or no storm. Are they booted out of the round of 16? No, Gareth. They're still in this season's Champions League, mate. They will be able to see through this year's competition no matter what happens. Let's be fair about this. As much as we're laughing, and we are fucking laughing about it, they have the right, like anybody else, to go through the full legal process and have that appeal listened to. Real will put City out of the Champions League, said Barry Aiken. Sorry for putting you on the spot with that question. Hey, buddy, look, it's alright. You're fully entitled to answer or ask a question this guy. If I don't want to answer it, I want to answer it. But hey, you're a regular in the chat, and yeah, no problem. Craig, do you think Oxlade-Chamberlain is at his best right now? I think he's 70%. Well, I don't think he's at his best, mate, because he's still working his way back to full fitness. But even at 70%, I do love me some Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, mate. I love the fact that he's not afraid to have a pop from outside the box. How stupid will City look if they win the Champions League? Holders can't defend it. Shit happens. Do you know what I mean? Shit happens. Heard you mention the Ziyech news. Yes, we did. We talked about it. Look, it's a good signing for Chelsea. It is a good sign. They need to replace Eden Hazard. They didn't really get a chance to do so after he left. They had already got a deal in place to bring in Christian Pulisic. Now they're after bringing in Hakim Ziyech for a very reasonable amount of money. And look, it's a good bit of business by Chelsea. There's no denying that. Thoughts on Pochettino to City? I think he is more likely to United. But, like, I don't know. Pep Guardiola could surprise us all and stay loyal to Manchester City. Who knows? You could take away the hot mic ad and show the 11. I don't have the 11 image anymore. I deleted it earlier on, buddy, because I didn't think I'd be streaming tonight. So when I was fixing up earlier on, I actually deleted it. So I don't have the image. Let me see if it's on my desktop. If it's on my desktop, I'll see if I can pull it up there. 1 second. But you know what, actually? I might have the email from Connor. So yeah, let me pull up my 11. Let me just check the email. I'm sure I probably still have it from Connor here from yesterday. So 1 second. Good shout, that, mate. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. So many images floating back and forth between me and Connor. That's not it. See if this one's it. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. So many images. 1 second. I'm trying to find it because I would like to pull it up to show you guys the 11 that I've gone with. I don't have it here. Yeah, I don't seem to have it anymore. I must have deleted the email. Let's go into the trash and see if it's there. Okay, right. Let's see if this is the right file. Is that the right file? Yes, right. I do have the image. Cool. Right, I'll drop and drag it onto the screen now. So here's my 11 and predicted score for tomorrow's game against Norwich City. There you go. Thank you very much for suggesting that, mate. I forgot that I might have had it in my deleted folders. Right, so, as you can see, I've gone for Alisson, Trent, Gomez, VVD, Robbo, Fabinho, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Mane, Salah and Firmino. That's my 11 for tomorrow. My score prediction there is 3-1 to Liverpool. I've somehow deleted the fucking chat, so 1 second till I pull this back up. How did I manage to delete the chat? Only I could do that. Let me open this back up. Let me find the chat again. This is why you shouldn't let me do anything technical, mate, because you're dealing with an Amadon of the highest order. Right, there we go. Chat's popped back out. Okay, 1 sec. Delete that. Okay, cool. Right, there we are. So thoughts on my 11, ladies and gentlemen, and give me your predicted 11s as well for the game tomorrow. Score predictions are also very welcome. I'm just trying to drag the chat around now. 1 second. There we go. Coolio. Right. Jamie said, if Manchester City win the Champions League, would there be a tainted celebration because of the cheating allegations? I don't know, but how funny is it, buddy, that they were trying to start that whole tainted title nonsense with us, and now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. Karma's a bitch, and karma's real. Would I start Oxlade-Chamberlain versus Atletico then? No, I wouldn't. I'd probably go for James Milner, away against Atletico, because that's going to be a difficult game. And maybe bring Oxlade-Chamberlain on a little bit later to try and get that away goal, because if we can pinch an away goal, that'll be class. Nuzo said Keita instead of Gini in his opinion. 5-2 to Liverpool for Clodagh. Why are they banned? Please explain. For breaches of financial fair play, Toxic Rayman. So it seems like that they have... See, I have to be careful about what I say because I'm no financial expert. Der Spiegel did an expose article where they spoke about flagrant abuses of financial fair play with Manchester City. They spoke about money being moved around from the Sheikh's accounts. They showed emails suggesting that Manchester City were purposely skirting around the regulations. Manchester City were previously in trouble, I think, for inflating a sponsorship deal at one point as well. Again, this is all just off the top of my head, so if you've got anything to add, please do. But it's for breaches of financial fair play, mate. Basically, that's why they're getting the ban. City are falling apart, said Toepoke FC. City tried to cook the books, said Yasser. Do you think Mane will rest, or do you think we'll rest Mane and play Divock? Could do, mate. But as I've always said, Sadio Mane is a naturally fit dude. But yeah, maybe Klopp might want to take any chances, buddy. Maybe you're spot on. Maybe we see a Minamino. Maybe we see a Divock Origi. And maybe we bring Sadio on a little bit later on. Joanne wants Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to start. Again, no arguments with that. I love me a bit of Chambo. I just went for Gini in my 11. New King Harry said, Craig, my prediction is 3-2 with Mane, Salah and Hendo. No problem, Toxic Rayman. Absolutely no problem. How long are they banned for? 2 years from European competition. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm absolutely knackered. I'm going to leave it there because I've just done a watch along and I'm just come straight over to do this stream. So look, here's the plan. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock, we'll be going live with our watch along of the Norwich City Liverpool game. If you have a chance, download the Hot Mic app, use the code Anfield Agenda, all one word, and let's see if we can get up to 300 followers on there before we do that watch along tomorrow. It'll be live on here and on Hot Mic. I'll leave it up to you where you want to watch us, but as always, thank you for your love and support. Appreciate it. Apologies about the lateness of the notifications and stuff of tonight's stream, but it really was a last minute job. So again, thank you. We'll chat to you guys tomorrow for the watch along. If you're watching this later on, give us your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to follow. Give us a thumbs up. Enjoy your Friday. It is Friday, isn't it? Yes, it is. Up the motherfucking Reds.